If you're tired of feeling stuck and want to know the real strategies that successful entrepreneurs use to build sustainable wealth, this video is for you. We're looking at the blueprint to getting rich in business and entrepreneurship. You've probably heard the saying, success leaves clues. Well, it's true, but only if you know where to look. In the world of business and entrepreneurship, there's no single magic formula for wealth. But what if I told you that the clues are all around us, hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone like you to take action? You see, getting rich isn't about reinventing the wheel, it's about leveraging the right strategies, understanding timing, and also mastering execution. By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to pivot when the market changes so you can stay ahead, why building cash flow is the foundation of business growth, the critical role of relationships in unlocking doors, and how to create systems that allow you to scale without burning out. On that note, welcome back to the channel, guys. If this is your first time here, I'm Tolulope Michael. I'm an entrepreneur with businesses in cybersecurity, edtech, finance, just to name a few. And I hope you're ready to learn a lot. And when you're done, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and maybe tell a friend or 10 about this awesome channel. Now, a little background to our discussion today. I came to America as an immigrant close to a decade ago, and believe me when I say I've seen it all. And where I am right now in my journey is a result of many years of learning, unlearning, and relearning. And most entrepreneurs will tell you that it takes more than just desire to rise above challenges and even build something meaningful from the ground up. So that brings me to what I mentioned at the beginning of this video, following clues left behind by those who have achieved what you intend to achieve. Let's start with one of the most important traits every successful entrepreneur has mastered, which is adaptability. In business, the ground beneath you is always shifting. Markets change, consumer behavior evolves, and competitors come out of nowhere. Those who thrive don't cling to their initial game plan like it's the gospel. They evolve with the market. Just look at companies like Netflix. They didn't start as the giant we know today. They began by mailing DVDs, but when streaming took off, they adapted, leaving their competition in the dust. Now, they are a powerhouse not just in the entertainment, but in global content production. Now, here is the takeaway. Don't be rigid. The moment you see the market shifting, ask yourself, how can I pivot? How can I adapt? Those who can move quickly are the ones who capitalize on new opportunities while everyone else is playing catch up. The next strategy I have for you is solve problems people don't even know they have. Now, here is where the gold really is. The biggest opportunities in business are often found in solving problems people are not even aware of yet. Think about Steve Jobs and the iPhone. Before the iPhone, nobody was walking around saying, oh, you know what I need? A smartphone that is basically a computer in my pocket. But Jobs and his team saw where the world was heading, and they built the product that everyone didn't know they needed until they couldn't live without it. And we've done this too with some of the edtech solutions that we've worked on, because honestly, people are too stressed about the present to think far into the future and anticipate their own needs. Do that for them and watch them line up to buy what you are offering. And this is what separates the good entrepreneurs from the great ones. You know why? They anticipate. They don't just look at what people are complaining about today. They think about what problems will exist tomorrow. So when you're evaluating business opportunities, ask yourself, what are people struggling with right now? That's number one. What will they be struggling with in the next 5 years? If you can answer that, you will stay ahead of the curve. And not only that, you stay ahead of the competition. Now, the third strategy I have for you is harnessing the power of relationships. I know you've had it before, but it bears repeating, okay? Your network is your net worth. But this isn't just about having a lot of contacts. It's about cultivating the right ones. Take, for example, the story of Elon Musk when he co-founded Zip2, his first venture. He didn't just succeed because of his tech skills. He aligned himself with people who had business expertise that he lacked, allowing him to scale rapidly and eventually sell that company for almost $300 million. See, the relationships you build today will either become your greatest asset or your biggest blind spot. You choose. So here is what you want to do. Surround yourself with people who elevate your thinking, whether it's mentors, advisors, or even business partners. You need people who challenge you to be better, who push you to think bigger. The right relationships will accelerate your growth and open doors that you never knew even existed. And take this very seriously, because no one, and I mean absolutely no one, succeeds alone. And that's especially true when it comes to business. Now, here's something not a lot of people talk about, what I call the overlooked ingredient, and it's none other than timing. In case you didn't know, timing is everything. You could have the best idea in the world, but if the market isn't ready, or if you're too late, it doesn't matter how good you are. Think of companies like Uber. Ride sharing didn't take off until smartphones were in everyone's hands. Before that, the infrastructure was not there. But when the timing was right, Uber didn't just enter the market, they dominated it. It wasn't just about the idea, it was also about timing the execution perfectly. So how do you get your timing right? How? Number one, study the market. Number two, look at consumer behavior. Number three, what is changing? Number four, what is trending? Timing is often the difference between a great idea and a billion-dollar business. So plan your execution and timing to the T. Another thing I need to mention is one of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make is that they are so focused on building the next big thing that they forget about cash flow. See, let's be real. You can't scale without money. And this is where building a sustainable cash flow engine comes into play. Take Amazon, for example. In its early days, Jeff Bezos wasn't just focused on dominating e-commerce. He was laser focused on cash flow, consistently reinvesting into infrastructure, systems, and logistics. Now, fast forward to today, and Amazon is one of the most profitable companies in the world, not just because of its sales, but because of its ability to keep that cash flow machine running. So what can you learn from this? Focus on building revenue streams that keep the light on while you scale your big ideas, whether it's consulting, product sales, or recurring revenue from subscriptions. Make sure you have a solid foundation so you are not scrambling for cash when it's time to grow. They don't say cash is king for nothing. And now, the last strategy I want you to take away from this session is that you need to scale through systems, not stress. What does that even mean? I will explain. See, you can hustle your way to a six-figure income, but you will burn out long before you hit seven figures unless you have systems in place. Successful businesses don't scale on effort alone. They scale on efficiency. And that means creating systems that allow you to multiply your output without multiplying your stress. Let's say, for instance, look at McDonald's. They don't build a fast food empire by having the best burgers. They built it by having the best systems. Everything is streamlined, from how the burgers are made to how franchises are opened. You want to build a business that runs on systems, not on you working 24/7. You want to invest in automation, you want to delegate tasks, and you want to create processes that will ensure that your business can grow even when you're not there. So now let me bring it all together with a story. You know Howard Schultz? Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks. He didn't just build a coffee shop, he built a culture. When he joined Starbucks, it was just a small chain in Seattle. But Schultz had a bigger vision. He saw how Italian coffee bars brought people together and created a sense of community. Now, he took that idea and turned it into that Starbucks experience that we know today. And what fueled that success? Adaptability, relationships, timing, cash flow, and systems. Schultz knew how to scale through systems, allowing Starbucks to expand globally without losing its core identity. So, what are the key takeaways for you here? Building wealth in business and entrepreneurship isn't about having one great idea. It's about mastering multiple layers, and that includes adaptability, timing, cash flow, system, and most importantly, the ability to see opportunities before anyone else does. If you're serious about making it big, you have to focus on these strategies, all right? If I were you, I'm not going to chase the next trend without thinking long term. You want to build something sustainable, something scalable, and something that can stand the test of time. And remember, this is important, success leaves clues. You just have to be willing to follow them. Okay? And if you found this video valuable, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and drop any questions you have in the comment section. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep pushing, keep learning, keep growing. See you at the top. Bye for now, guys.